know who actually had the Oscar on the novel?
I do know. Mick Jagger.
I'm
glad he didn't play the part. He wanted to so badly, poor old Mick, but he got the golden spoon right in the kisser, didn't he? I'm not worried about his career. I'm just having a joke at his expense because I know they were desperate to play it. And you would have had Mick Jagger playing Dim, which I think would have been aptly cast. Now he's playing a fossil, isn't he? Well. No, I hadn't heard of it, but if you listen to the early Stones albums, you'll hear lots of mad sax. W. Duke that Anthony Burgess invented, which is a brilliant invention of his. And let's not forget that this is the genius of Anthony Burgess as well as Mr. Kubrick, because without this great novel, of course, the film would not exist at all. And I feel rather bad for Burgess, because, except that, of course, he sold millions more of his book. So I didn't feel that badly for him, but I know he was only paid $500 for the rights. I know, isn't it staggering? $500. I think he was happy to take it. There's a story, actually, that he had a Welsh doctor, and you don't want to have a Welsh doctor, who told Burgess that he had 9 months to live. So he came out of the doctor's office thinking, oh, God, I've got these children and this wife that's going to be a widow. I better leave them something. So he whipped off 5 novels in that 9 months using pseudonyms. Because of course you can't have 5 novels coming out in a year. It wouldn't be good. And anyway, he actually was also the book critic for the Yorkshire Post, a very eminent British regional newspaper. And of course, he was still alive, so he kept reviewing his own books. Glowingly, brilliantly. Who is this genius? What a masterpiece. All that kind of stuff. And of course, the editor found out eventually, and he didn't have a sense of humor and fired him. He outlived the Welsh doctor by 35 years.
Got to see the film, and
oh yes, God, he loved the film. When I saw it, apparently he changed his mind when there was no money coming in, So I think he rather changed his mind a bit, and thought Kubrick was rather mean, which indeed, when he was careful with his money, that's no secret. I can attest to that. But Burgess, he was extraordinary. And I got to meet him only after the film had been made, and we went to New York to sell the movie. It was in the days when you had to schlep all over America selling, going on the David Frost show or whatever it was. And I just had a wonderful week with Burgess, listening to him, because he was literally one of the best raconteurs I ever heard.
Well, we're going to take questions from the audience, but we do have to ask you quickly. Tell us how it works.
Oh. That is a quick question. Is he nuts?
As a service, is he that funny?
Oh, is he funny? I wouldn't have put that at the top of my list of attributes to Stanley Kubrick. He was an amazing man. There's no question about it. Look at his films. His films really are the clues to who he was. Even though I must say that all the great directors, he is the one who worked in every genre of film. I mean, he did horror films, love stories, romantic, historical dramas, weird stuff like this, and the whole anti-war movies. He did everything, every genre he did, science fiction, of course, and he mastered. So he was one of the truly great directors that have ever worked in our medium. And just spending time with him was a trip. I adored him. I loved him, actually, and you can see in the performance, how could I not? I trusted him implicitly. He wasn't great at talking to actors, however. So I remember once asking him if he had an idea for a particular scene we were doing. I can't remember which one, but it was early in the film, and he looked at me and he said, gee, Mark, I'm not RADA. Now, RADA is the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, for those of you who don't know, which is a drama school in London. And so he's telling me that the director of the film is not there to teach me how to act. So I thought that was fairly, as we say in England, a rum thing to say. But, actually, then I called for the call.